In this video, we're going to show you how to replace an alternator on your Volkswagen Passat. This is going to be located on the motor. Let's get started. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to loosen the two terminals. I'm going to remove the negative first, and remove the positive. Make sure that these terminals can't contact these posts. Using a 13mm socket, remove the bolt for the battery hold down. Remove the battery hold down. Remove the battery. Using a 14mm wrench, we're going to get on our belt tensioner. We're going to pull the tension off of our belt. I'm going to pull the belt right off my top pulley. Then let the tension off of the tensioner and remove your wrench. I'm going to move my belt out of the way of our alternator. Using a 13mm socket, we're going to remove the two bolts for the alternator. There's one up top and then one below right next to our tensioner. Remove both bolts. We're going to be going under the car. We're going to go after our AC compressor in the front corner. Undo the connector for the AC compressor. Push on the tab that's on my thumb and pull straight back and remove that connector. Remove the connector. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to remove the nut on the stud. This is on the inboard side of our AC compressor. Remove the nut and pull that line off of the stud. Using a 13mm socket, we're going to remove the stud. Remove it. We have two more bolts we have to remove with our 13mm socket. We have one all the way up top. Remove the top bolt and the bottom. Using a 15mm wrench, pull on the tensioner and pull the tension off of it and remove the belt, remove the wrench. Remove the belt. We're going to pull our AC compressor all the way down. We're going to gently twist our hoses until it's out of the way under this pocket. I'm going to use a hook to hang up my AC compressor so that there is no tension hanging on the lines for it. Using a 10mm triple square, we're going to remove the 2 bolts for our idler bracket. Remove both bolts and remove the bracket. Using an 8mm socket or wrench, we're going to remove the nut for the bracket. Remove the nut and remove that bracket off of the stud. I'm going to use a right angle pick to help me remove the plastic cap off the nut. Using a 13mm socket, remove the nut. Remove the cable off of the alternator. We're going to remove the connector for the alternator. We're going to push on the tab that's right on my middle finger right there and pull straight back and remove that connector. Remove the connector and pull the harness out of the way. Use a pry bar to help you loosen the alternator from the ears. Remove the alternator. Install the alternator up into the vehicle. Twist until it's indexed the correct way with the ears facing the motor. Take your time and get it into place. Install the bottom bolt for the alternator. Get the bolt started, but leave it loose until we get the top bolt installed. Pull the harness up. Install the connector, push until you hear a click. If you don't hear a click, give it a pull, make sure it's locked on there. Get that ring terminal installed onto the stud. Install the nut. Snug the nut down. Get it nice and snug. Be sure that the ring terminal is not moving under that nut and that's being clamped. Install the plastic cap back over the nut. Install the clamp onto the stud. Install the nut. Snug the nut down. Install the idler pulley. Get both bolts installed. Snug the bolts down. Torque the bolts to 25 Newton meters. Install the AC compressor up into place. Be sure that this line is behind the AC compressor lines. Get the bolts started. Snug down all the bolts. Torque all the bolts to 25 Newton meters. Install the connector for the AC compressor. Push until you hear a click. If you don't, give it a pull, make sure it's locked on. Install the clamp onto the stud and install the nut onto the stud. Get the nut installed. Snug the nut down. Torque it to 25 Newton meters. We didn't fully remove our inside belt, so before we install this outside belt, you want to be sure that your belt is fully routed around the inside pulley of this AC compressor. Install the AC belt over the crank pulley. Using a 15mm wrench, we're going to get on our tensioner. Pull the AC belt under the tensioner. Get it started around the AC compressor. Take your wrench, pull all the tension out of the tensioner, and while you do that, slide the belt over the AC. Once you have it fully installed, let the tension off of the tensioner. Push the top of the alternator towards the motor and get that final bolt installed. As we do this, we are pulling an insert out of the ear of the alternator towards the bracket. And you'll hit a point where you'll full stop, and that's when the nut has been fully pulled against the ear. Go and do this on the bottom bolt as well. Torque the bolts to 20 Newton meters. Do the same thing on the bottom. Install the belt around all of the pulleys. Follow the diagram on screen. Get the belt fully installed. I chose the power steering pump as my last belt to get onto the pulley. Once you have it installed, remove your wrench off the tensioner. Install the battery. Be sure that this back bottom lip goes in first. Install the tie down. Get the bolt started by hand. And snug it down. Install the positive terminal and snug it down. Make sure it's nice and snug and doesn't wiggle on the terminal. Install the negative terminal and snug it down. Make sure it doesn't move, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.